Look at that. And we are set at 190, and we're going to say good night. Hey guys, this is Nick, Chestnut Hills Farmstead. Got a little something different for you today. This is not a cooking channel. You've seen me just do one video. Now Zoe does some cooking videos once in a while, but all I did was cornbread. Well, today I'm going to show you what we do with a brisket. Now we've talked about it a couple of times on a live. A couple of weeks ago I think I mentioned that the best brisket I have ever had came from Jason at Cog Hill. And y'all started immediately with the cook-off thing. Absolutely not, because he has perfected it. But he learned from someone that has dialed it in long ahead of time. That's Matt Pittman with Meat Church. So if you like watching videos on barbecue, or you're looking to learn how to do certain things, Meat Church on YouTube is a phenomenal channel to watch. Matt Pittman has a barbecue supply store in Waxahachie, Texas called Meat Church. And he can show you just about anything. He is a expert pitmaster. But he's got some ties to Alabama, and I know he's a Crimson Tide fan, so to Matt Pittman, Roll Tide, I'm using your weekday brisket recipe that Jason Smith at Cog Hill has perfected, and now I'm going to try my hand at it. And of course, we're using the Meat Church seasonings. Holy Gospel and Holy Cow is the same as he uses on that video. This is not a how-to video. I am simply showing you what we're doing for July 4th. So we are not going with any type of binder or anything like that. We're going to start with the Holy Cow. It's just a beef rub. We're going to go kind of high, let it get a little more even. The sides, make sure you get those sides. Now we're not using a binder, so we are going to let it sit, but we're going to press it in a little bit just to make sure. And then we're going in with the Holy Gospel barbecue rubs. You talk about good stuff. He's got a website. I buy it locally at a meat market here called Bees Market. That's where I got my brisket, and that's where I get most any meat we're going to do. She's located here in Clanton, Alabama, and she sells Matt's seasonings. All right, we're going to flip it over and do the fat side. Go in again with the Holy Cow, and top that off, Holy Gospel. Make sure we get everywhere. Now, the main reason that I decided to do a video today was my Father's Day present. So Zoe and the kids got me a Traeger pellet grill for Father's Day this year. So that's why I decided to do a video of doing this brisket. Number one, see if we can get it right. To see if we can do them justice on this brisket, and also give our new Traeger grill a try. All right, here we go. We let it rest about 30 minutes and let our seasonings adhere. We're going straight into the Traeger smoker. Ooh, look at that. Now, we'll tell you a little difference here. Matt at Meat Church does his with oak. It's the Texas way. He said they smoke on post oak. It's real heavy smoke. I'm an Alabama boy. Southern way, I'm going with pecan. No, Georgia, it's not pecan. It's pecan. We're going with pecan pellets. That's the kind of smoke we're going to put on it. I like the flavor that it gives things I smoked. And we did stick with Matt's way of cooking and doing the brisket fat side up. He says that's the way you're going to get it at a barbecue joint in Texas. And basically, if it wasn't for Texas, we'd probably never found a way to make brisket edible, right? So we're going with fat side up. A lot of guys tell you that it doesn't affect the moisture in the meat. I don't know. You can do it however you want. I know the competition guys prefer the presentation with meat side up. Having been involved with a couple of teams helping with competition barbecues, now I was not the pit master, I was just helping with the cooks. I know that they did theirs fat side down. But we're going to go Matt's way, fat side up. I got a feeling that's probably Jason's way too. And I really want to recreate what I ate with Jason at Cog Hill, because if you can eat brisket with a spoon, oh my gosh. And also, stick around, because we're going to do our baked beans in the smoker too. There is a recipe on Meat Church for pit beans, but we're just doing our own style of baked beans. It's the way my grandmother showed me to do it. We're just going to do it on the smoker. We typically would do it on an oven, but I have done it in a smoker, and I really like the flavor it added to it. But stick around so that you can watch what we do with that, because I've got a feeling you're really going to like it. Alright guys, good morning. Our brisket has been going all night, so we've given our butcher paper a spritzing of apple cider vinegar just to help it not adhere to the bark that's on your brisket. We're going to give it a good tight wrap and put it back on. Oh yeah, we got a good bark on here. We're going to give this a tight wrap, and then we're going back on. With the Traeger Wi-Fi, we're going to bump up our temperature to about 275, let it go for a few more hours. We'll check an internal temperature, and we're at 170 now. We're going to get that internal temperature up to about 200, and then we'll take it off, let it rest. Alright guys, our probe temperature says 203 degrees, so it's time to take it out for a rest. We're going to pull our probe, pull this out for a rest. We figured while we got a good smoke going, we might as well throw a couple of racks of baby backs on there. So we're going to do some ribs. This would have to be a separate video, so if you want to see how we do our ribs, put it in the comments, and we'll do those one day too. But let's get started on some pit beans. Alright, time to get our pit beans on. So, in the interest of saving a little time on the video, I've already browned our ground beef. We put onions and peppers in it, just enough to get the onions translucent. And I'm going to show you the most important steps. We got 2 big cans of Bush's baked beans. If you want to bake your own, go ahead. This secret weapon, Hidden Valley honey from Chestnut Hills Farmstead. I'm just going to give it a good drizzle all the way through. Kind of like doing the swirl in my cornbread. Alright, brown sugar. Just enough to dust the top. We're going to do just enough brown sugar to dust the top. Alright. Now, this is what's going to change things for you. My grandmother taught me this part, and I've done it ever since, and people really, really enjoy this. 1 cup. I think it's supposed to be in a Chestnut Hills Farmstead coffee cup too. I think that makes a difference. I'm not sure. Really strong black coffee. I prefer Beyond Black by Black Rifle Coffee Company, but it's up to you. Anything good, strong black coffee. I put coffee in lots of things. It just really intensifies that flavor. We're just going to give it a good stir, and then we're going on the pit right there with the ribs, 275 degrees. Let all this thicken up. We're going to come back in probably 90 minutes or so, and we're going to give it a shot of our favorite barbecue sauce. That's strictly up to you, just to add that flavor in there, and we'll be back to check on it shortly. Let's get this on the pit with our ribs. See you in a minute. Alright guys, these have been going about 90 minutes. Just going to give them a little stir. We've got about a cup of our favorite barbecue sauce in there. They're starting to thicken up some, but they're going to go a couple hours and we'll be ready to go. Alright, we've wrapped our ribs. We've got our beans still going, and I've made some space here. While we've got all this smoke rolling, why not do some smoked mac and cheese? Oh yeah, why not? Alright guys, just made a quick roux, butter, flour, seasoned it a little with some meat church, garlic and herb. Got smoked Gruyere, sharp cheddar, and mozzarella in here. We're going to go across the top with some panko breadcrumbs, and then we're going to put this in the smoker too. Let's get her in here. In goes our smoked mac and cheese. We're going to let all of that go for a couple hours. Now in about 45 minutes we'll pull our ribs off. We laid out strips of aluminum foil. We put down a bed of brown sugar, went across that with a drizzle of honey and some melted butter, just squeezed butter, and put them on there meat side down, wrapped them up good and tight. We got a good mahogany color on them. Told you this is not a ribbed video. I'm just telling you what I did. If you want to see the ribbed video, leave that in the comments. Tell me, hey, show me what you're doing to those ribs. We got 2 racks of baby backs on there. We've got our pit beans, and we've got smoked mac and cheese going. This is our brisket we've had resting. We want to see what this looks like. Let's make a cut in here. Oh, that juice going everywhere. Look at that, guys. What do you think about that? Guys, I'm certainly no pit master, but I am not disappointed in those results. If you want to see these same recipes, check out Matt Pittman on Meat Church on YouTube. Give him a shout. Subscribe. He has got some really good videos out there. Now, I've got to taste this thing and see if we're coming anywhere close to Jason at Cog Hill, because I tell you what, that man does a fine brisket. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time at Chestnut Hills Farmstead.